Narrator. In the mid-8th century, the world was divided between two superpowers. In the east, the dazzling Tang Empire, the golden age of China. Its armies, clad in lacquered armor, were considered invincible. In the west, the young, rapidly expanding Abbasid Caliphate, carrying a new faith, Islam, on its banners. Their interests collided where the Great Silk Road ended, in the heart of Central Asia. The valley of the Talas River became the place where it would be decided which civilization would shape the future of this region. But no one could have predicted that the main outcome of this battle would not be land conquered by the sword, but a technology transferred through captivity. Visuals. Map showing the two advancing empires. Panoramas of the Great Wall of China and the mosques of Baghdad. An aerial view of the Talas River Valley. The trigger for the conflict was betrayal. A local ruler, a Karluk Khan and vassal of China, switched his allegiance to the Abbasids. For the Son of Heaven, this was a challenge that could not be ignored. In response, General Gao Xianzhi, the formidable emperor's whip, marched west with a 30,000-strong army. His force was the epitome of the Tang military machine: disciplined infantry, elite heavy cavalry, and deadly crossbows, unmatched anywhere in the world. To meet them came the army of the Caliphate, commanded by Ziyad ibn Salih. Its strength lay in the speed and ferocity of its battle-hardened cavalry and its tactical flexibility. Two unfamiliar forces met face to face for the first time on the banks of the Talas. Visuals. General Gao Xianzhi leading his army. Close-ups of Chinese armor and crossbows. Arab cavalry charging across the steppe. The armies facing each other on opposite sides of the river. For 5 days, the armies stood in a tense standoff, conducting reconnaissance and minor skirmishes. And when the main battle began, the outcome hung in the balance. Chinese discipline against Arab fervor. Steel against faith. But the battle's outcome was decided by those who fought in the Chinese ranks. At the height of the battle, the Karluk cavalry, forming the flank of the Tang army, suddenly turned and charged into their allies' rear. It was a devastating blow to the back. For a disciplined army acting as a single mechanism, it was a catastrophe. Their formation broke. Soldiers were thrown into confusion. The Arab cavalry, seizing the moment, completed the rout. Gao Xianzhi's army was surrounded and annihilated. The general himself, with a handful of survivors, managed to break through and escape. Thousands of his warriors fell or were captured. Visuals. The battle begins. Phalanxes clashing. Close up on the Karluk Khan. His heavy gaze, his decision. Slow motion. Karluk horsemen turning their banners. The strike to the rear. Panic on the Chinese soldiers' faces. A wide shot of the chaos on the battlefield. The political consequences were immediately clear. Chinese expansion to the west was halted. Forever. Central Asia firmly entered the orbit of the Islamic world, defining the region's cultural landscape for millennia to come. But the real revolution began later. Among the thousands of captives the Arabs took west. Among the chained soldiers were men whose hands were more valuable than swords. These were Chinese craftsmen, keepers of the Middle Kingdom's greatest state secret, the technology of papermaking. Their skills became the most valuable trophy of the Battle of Talas. Soon, in Samarkand, and then in Baghdad and Damascus, the first paper manufactories outside of China began their work. Visuals. Map showing the retreat of Chinese influence. A column of Chinese prisoners. Close-up on a craftsman's hands in chains. The first paper workshops in Samarkand. The process of making a sheet. Paper, cheap and accessible, achieved what no army could. It united the world through knowledge. The Quran and scientific treatises began to be mass-produced on it. It preserved the wisdom of ancient Greece and Persia for future generations.